Hey YouTube, I'm back again on the third part of this instalment. So I had to buy a bit of beech, so I got a bit of beech sent to me. Yeah, it was a bit of a pain to find one actually. Surprising how difficult it is to find beech around here. But the top platter was made out of beech, the middle is made out of walnut, and the bottom part needs to be made out of beech as well. Right, those teeth have definitely got that. Let's lock that down a bit. I've also got something else quite good and new. After going and having my conversations with Nova the other day, I got a new tool rest. So got rid of the old one. I still got it over there on the lathe, but this one's got a stainless steel top to it, as you can see, and it's got a nice recess there for me to slide my fingers as well. So that scoop on it will keep me nice and level, and somewhere for me also to balance on. So I thought, yeah, it looks quite good. I mean, it could be better, obviously. Everything always has got little flaws, but it actually feels pretty strong, pretty sturdy. I was surprised with how small the collar was to go into the stem, but they've assured me it's strong enough and more than good enough to do what I need it to do, so who am I to argue with them? Yep, that looks pretty good. Let's see if we can run it. Oh, that's not bad. That's up at 500 RPMs. 6, 7, 830. Nope. 800 looks like 790. That's good. Okay. Right. Let's this is, yeah. I'll get it to round first, then cut the tenon into it. Nope. You know what that means? Means that the step centre was getting loose, spinning on me. I do like how close you can get to this new tool rest. Yeah, that's really good. Oh, that thing's doing the trimming now. We need 55, 65 mil, so what about that actually? Lieutenant? Yeah, it's about 60, so that's alright. 60 mils fine. Let's get it going. Oh, brakes engaged. Right, there we go. Now can we go? Oh, it's 830 now as well. Right, I'll get that flipped around, mounted up, bring you back. Right guys, so I'm back, and yeah, I was going to get this worked down a little bit because it's still pretty big for a base, that is. So Well, Kelly Williams come off that, lovely. Okay, I'm going to work down through some of this. I need to get an idea of how big I want the base, but I'm going to get the bottom turned into it first so I can get a good idea. Right, so we should be able to get rid of the tailstock. Get the bottom bit cut in, ready for a tenon mortise actually, because the bottom's having a mortise, isn't it? And then my logo put on it. Oh, I do like how close this tool rest gets. It's actually really good. That'll do. Let's go speed up again. Okay, I've got the mortise done there, ready to flip it over. I've decided I want it, the top is 14.5 inches wide, so I want to make the base about 8 inches wide. There's still plenty of stability for the cake standing, but we'll get it to 8 inches, which is that black mark, and see if I'm happy with that. And then we'll get the base finished, sanded up, turn around, job done. And logo in. Right, get that cut down to that size first then. And this is why I have to wear a face shield. Oh, it's starting that buzzing noise again. Look at that. Yeah, so that's why I have to wear a face shield, see? Because I'm at the same height as it and I get absolutely covered in it. I do like this new tool rest though, it's ever so smooth. I just realised you guys are looking at my faces still, aren't you? Sorry. You can't see a thing. Right, so sanding now. I'm going to be sanding up obviously the inside of here and the base of this, and I'll just follow a little bit of the sanding around this corner here because we know we want this flat. And I will be starting on this from 180. Oh God, sorry. I'll be starting from 180 on this one, working all the way up to 800, maybe even 1,000 on here, because I know this is going to come out really, really nice. So yeah, I will crack on. So as you can see, 180, and then I'll do the 180. You'll see that happen, and then you'll also see the 800 or 1,000, whichever one I decide to stop on, because I'm not going to make you watch it all. Okay, and we're at 845 RPM. If it ever decides to, Is it going to stop, or is it going to carry on making that noise on its own forever? Oh no, there you go, no, stop. So, oh, it's coming back. Oh, it's gone again. So yeah, that's something to do with the internals on this machine. And yeah, there you go. Always coming back. Yeah, coming back. Are we doing anything to it? No, it's not going to make it stop. It's going to keep coming back like it always flipping does. But it seems to stay away long. Oh, there you go. Coming back again. But you notice it's getting shorter times. Which doesn't make any sense. It's not anything to do with resonation in the machine or in the bed or anything like that, because if it was, I'd be able to make it do it all the time. So I'll change the speed 885. I can still just hear it, and it's gone away again. So unfortunately you're going to have a load of racket because the extractor is going to be on. There you go, that's 180 done. Now I'm going to jump up to 1,000. Like, oh. Oh yeah, that's nice, that looks lovely. It doesn't look shiny from here, and it probably doesn't look shiny to you guys, but when you put your eye across the side of it, it looks, oh yeah, looks really shiny. Alright, let's get rid of that for a bit. We don't need that now. And now we get the sanding sealer and Yorkshire grit out. So we've got cellulose sanding sealer, thinned with cellulose thinners. That'll be going on first. Then we have the Yorkshire grit, woodturners abrasive paste, the normal one. Then we have the microfine Yorkshire grit, and the first one gets put on with a like a Scotch Brite pad. Just it's instead of using like 00 steel wool. And then when we're all sanded up and I'm happy, there you go, look at the reflection going across there, that's cool. And I can see my fingers in there in the reflection, you probably can't. And then once it's done, it'll be the microcrystalline wax to finish off. So I get some tissue first for the cellulose sanding sealer. Get it open. Using the safe method of a knife. I'll chuck my pencil on the floor. Oh. Right, mate. Right. So, just tissue, nice clean white tissue. I like to use the white tissue, which is just normal kitchen roll, because it seems to. Do I sand and seal that first before doing my logo on it? Yes, I did. I like to use the white tissue because it seems to be a bit softer and not make any marks in the wood, unlike the blue roll that I have in here for doing the engineering and welding and stuff. Oh yeah, that's nice colour. Right. On. Really brings out the grain a lot more. Alright, now for the Yorkshire grit, because you have to wait for the sanding sealer to dry, but I can guarantee that's already dry. Yep, it's definitely dry. And the Yorkshire grit. Plenty of it on. I'm not going to Yorkshire grit in here because I'm going to burn that with my branding iron in a minute. So then we're going to turn the lathe on nice and slow and use the Scotch-Brite pad. So lathe on, not at 500 RPM, 270. I'm not putting any pressure really, not much pressure at all. A little bit more Yorkshire grit on there. Okay. Right, and then we've changed back over to the tissue that we were just using. A bit more Yorkshire grit on. Yeah, like that look. And we can speed it up a bit. So now up to 520 RPM. Alright, when you get to there, we can either turn it over, so clean side look, or we can turn it round and use a clean bit. Alright, then I'm going to get the microfine Yorkshire grit out. Oh, stupid thing. Shut up. I just folded it over so we've got a nice clean bit of the tissue, and that's what the microfine looks like. Got plenty of that. And I'll turn it right down. So I might actually stop it for a second. And you can see when it goes on, look, can you see all the little lumps in it? That's all the aggregate that's in there. It's like sandpaper, and then as it gets knocked into each other, it breaks down and gets finer and finer and finer until it's basically just wax. Just go around, well, wax, but oils, and there is waxes in there, I think. There's all sorts in there. Canuba waxes in it. There's lots of like pumice in there, and sorts of bits of aggregates that will break down and get thinner and thinner and thinner. So it's like you're sanding paper. It's like you're working through your gritsy sanding paper. Right, so 180. It's now up at 450. Now it's 700 RPM. $900 RPM. Like 1200 RPM now. That's what we have, which is really nice and shiny actually. Oh yeah, feels really shiny, and I can see, I can actually see the colour of my fingers in the reflection there. That's nice, I like that. Quite happy with that one. So now what I've got to do is get the logo burnt in the bottom there, and then microcrystalline wax it. So, I've got to go get the blowtorch, so I'll be back in a second. What's my logo? I have my blowtorch, obviously. Say logo, it's a brand, isn't it? It's a branding line, so. Right, I think that'll be hot enough. Let's get it somewhere in the middle. It's nice and flat. Thinking there. Bah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's definitely come out well. Can read it all good. I think it was hot enough. Yeah, that's alright. That's come out nice though, this time. Yeah. It is food safe, which is kind of helpful considering I'm putting it on a cake stand. Looks like that, look. Plenty of the wax on. Now I'll put a tiny bit over the top of that, not a lot over the top of that, because I don't want a lot, because if you put too much over there and it gets into the edges, sometimes a chuck can slip. And then the other thing I like to do is when I put wax on, I like to put it on in circles that or directions that the lathe doesn't go in, and then it just seems to be easier to break through, because you have to, obviously, to buff this off, you have to get it really, really hot as well, or you put plenty of pressure on and speed to get it hot, and it buffs off really nice then. But you need to get, I think that if it like sets up with lines going this way, when the lathe's spinning, you're cutting through those lines a lot easier, or causing more friction through those lines, which means it heats up faster and it buffs it off better. Right, I might be completely wrong, but I just think it works better like that. So now I'm going to leave that for 20 minutes now, unfortunately, because I'd really like to just get on with it and, you know, crack on, but I've got to wait 20 minutes, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Right, so that's 20 minutes gone. It's actually about 25 minutes gone, and it's time to get it buffed off. Just getting another bit of tissue now. So as well, I don't know whether you can see, because it's not a very good place for you guys to see reflections or anything, but it's quite dull, not shiny at all. So that means it's ready to rock and roll. I'll get it going. So we'll get it straight up to 1,000. Well, 1,000, there you go, 1,200 RPM. I can go fast on that. There we go, 1900 RPM. That's proper smooth, and you guys will be able to see that when I take it off. Which will be literally now. So, yep. Thing come off now. There you go. You can see the logo then. And obviously, you should be able to see, I think, you can see how shiny it is. Yeah, it's quite shiny, that. Open them up. Take tailstock back away. Make sure that they are open. Oh yeah, they're tight. There we go. There's that one. Do the recess, just double check it. Yeah, don't go any wider than that. Definitely, we still need to see the pencil line basically. My God, I forget that. Yep. Perfect. Look at that. I don't even need to hold it. That was quite nice actually, like that. I think I'm going to make that. Right. Okay, I'll stop staring at it and let's crack on. That's all good up there, that's fine. That is expected, there's a tiny little bit of tear out. And I bet the other side's got it as well, opposite side. Yeah, only a tiny bit, but that's fine. That will definitely go with sanding. I just got to get rid of that little bit just there. Only a tiny little bit as well. Alright, and then sanding on this will be exactly the same as what you've already just seen me do on the base. So what I'll probably do, oh god, get rid of all that sawdust out of my casters. What I'll probably do is do all of the sanding on this off camera and bring you guys back when it's all sanded up and done. It's been sat there for actually about half an hour, to be fair, so it's probably a little bit long, but maybe even 40 minutes. So we'll get it buffed off and you guys can see how shiny it is. I'm going to take it straight up 1400 RPM, sod it. Next job is to get it off the lathe for a start. Oh, I've just bumped into you guys again. So here we go. So stand. See, nice and shiny. Okay, so that is it, fully built. The electric turntable it sat on, I think, is kind of struggling to do it, but because it's fairly heavy. But yep, so you got beech, walnut, beech.